question that I have with the teen group. We do have a teen group for children who have lost a parent. And it's going on for a couple of years now. And a lot of the parents will say to me, my kid is okay. And they don't need any therapy and they don't need any group. And a lot of times I feel like, sometimes the kids hide it from their parent. They don't want the parent to know that they're grieving for whatever reason. And recently we had a child that's 7 years later that tried to commit suicide, and the theme of his whole thing was he never got over the loss of his father. Right. So that's like troublesome to me, like I feel like the kids are trying to fool us. But how can a parent get a teenage kid to go to therapy if they're refusing to go?
Well, you're asking two very good questions. The latter, which is how do we get them to go, which I believe is necessary. The former, which is how do we find out that they really need it? Mm-hmm. And I will tell you that it's rare that a child, a teenager, will say, I'm fine, I don't need this. They're not fine. And it wouldn't hurt if they find the right therapist to just have a place to debrief, unload, talk about whatever went on during the week. There are times I just play chess in my office and we talk about what was on TV this week, but the relationship, the loving connection is germinating underneath. So I say to all folks who have teenagers that say, I don't need this, I say to you, think about it more clearly. Your child may not really know what he needs, and that if we could find the way, and we'll talk about it, to actually get him to come to the right place for therapy, then he will discover that he doesn't have to go through this alone. None of us have to go through this alone because we're not alone in this universe. Now the second question was, how do we make that happen? Mm. I have found that when parents try to bring their teen into me and they can't, I say, come anyway, and I have a session with the parent. I may have several sessions with the parent so that I can give them ideas on how they can help the child through the therapy even though the child may not be coming in. After a while, the parent might say, I'm really learning a lot from Norman, and you may want to just, say hi to him. But at this point, you've been coming 3 or 4 times, mm-hmm. and my name has become somewhat of a household name. And then sometimes the teen's like, let me meet this guy. He's making my life miserable. He's got you, taking you on my Game Boy. I don't like this guy. All right, tell him. Meet him. Or, wow, I see that you're looking a lot better. You seem better. I'll go once. And the goal of good therapy is to convince the parent, get your kid to come once. My job is to make him want to come back. Your job is to make him come once. And if you can't, come to me first, come to the therapist first, and learn to do some therapy for your child with you as the protagonist, the conduit. Because not everyone has to be in therapy to be in therapy.
Right. I also feel that if your child broke his leg or his arm, you wouldn't say he's fine. This is a pain that you don't see. This is a pain that they're carrying around and they're hiding it from you. There's no way a child could lose one of their parents and not feel anything at all and be okay.
But Catherine, you're making an interesting point, which is some of the teens may feel as if their job is to go to therapy to heal so that the mother or father doesn't have to work so hard. So what a parent needs to say is, look, I'm going. I'm not asking you to do this without me or for me or in place of me. I go on Tuesdays. I want you to go on Thursdays. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm dealing with this difficult time in life, and I want you to do the same. Because some teenagers may think, oh, I'm the identified patient. You need therapy, not me.
Right.
But when you say, I'm getting it, come join.
Right. And I always feel we're a role model for our children. And if we go and they see we're helping ourselves, that shows them this is how we handle grief. We go for help. And we talk to people, and we may do a bereavement group, or whatever we're doing, we're showing them what works for us.
And I've seen people from your bereavement group who come to me privately who have grown exponentially. There's laughter. Mm-hmm. Their smile is heartier. They have a lightness about them because they're around people who speak a common language and around people who can speak about their teens or their young ones in a way that everybody there understands.
That's very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.